In October 2021, 29-year-old crypto entrepreneur Sam Bankman-Fried appeared on the cover of the 40th Annual Forbes 400 list of the wealthiest Americans. He was the youngest on the list with a net worth of $22.5 billion. But just over a year later, the same man was on the headline of every news article for losing his fortune overnight after the collapse of his FTX crypto empire. Before this event, the media portrayed Sam as an unassuming young entrepreneur with a messy mop of hair who was touted to be on his way to becoming the next Warren Buffett. Well, this was what most people thought before his empire came crashing down. Now, the once admired face of crypto has suddenly become an industry villain. Millions of people have lost their money and his actions have rattled the entire crypto industry. This is the story of the rise and fall of Sam Bankman-Fried. Sam was born on March 6, 1992 on the campus of Stanford University to two Stanford professors. He grew up in a highly educated family and participated in a summer academic program for gifted high school students in mathematics. He got admitted to MIT at 18 and graduated with a degree in physics and a minor in mathematics in 2014. In the summer of 2013, Sam worked as an intern for the New York-based global trading firm Jane Street's Capital, where he returned to work as a full-time employee after graduating. This was where he learned the art of arbitrage, a form of trading in which traders buy an asset in one market and sell it for a higher price in another market. This skill would later be put to good use when Sam stumbled across crypto in late 2017. At almost the same time that Sam stumbled across crypto, the market was booming and the price of Bitcoin surpassed $10,000 for the first time. But Sam discovered yet another thing that many traders didn't notice. He realized that some coins were selling for higher prices on some exchanges than others. Little did he know that this discovery was about to change his life forever. Sam, who was now 25 years old, started buying Bitcoin in the United States and found a clever way to sell it in Japan for up to 10% more. Then in November 2017, he set up his own crypto trading firm, Alameda Research. Within a short time, the firm was already doing millions of dollars per day, actively trading cryptocurrency between various international markets. At its peak, Alameda Research was moving almost $15 million a day between markets. But there was one problem. Most of the exchanges available were designed for average traders with small volumes, which was already frustrating for Sam, who was looking for a better and faster way to move funds. So in 2019, Sam and his team launched their own crypto exchange called FTX, which is short for Futures Exchange. One of the challenges of starting an exchange is liquidity. But this was no challenge for Sam, who seemed to have an unusual ability to attract investors willing to invest hundreds of millions. In 2019, Changpeng Zhao of Binance purchased a 20% stake in FTX for approximately $100 million. But this was just the beginning for FTX. Despite the reluctance of several institutional investors to invest in crypto, Sam was able to get big names like SoftBank Capital, Lightspeed Venture Partners, Sequoia Capital, and BlackRock, among many other firms, to invest in FTX. He was allegedly playing League of Legends during a meeting with investors from Sequoia Capital, but still managed to secure an investment. These investors pumped about $1 billion into FTX in July 2021 at an $18 billion valuation and an extra $400 million in January 2022 at a $32 billion valuation. Sam immediately bought out Binance's stake for approximately $2 billion. In addition, he started making strategic investments, stamping the FTX brand everywhere possible. This includes the $210 million deals with the leading esports team TSM and a $135 million deals to rename the Miami Heat's arena, plus a $30 million partnership with celebrities such as Shark Tank's Kevin O'Leary, NFL star Tom Brady, and NBA superstar Steph Curry to promote FTX. And of course, an estimated $6.5 million for an ad slot in a Super Bowl commercial featuring American comedian Larry David.
Like I was saying, it's FTX. It's a safe and easy way to get into crypto.
Yeah, I don't think so. And I'm never wrong about this stuff. Never.
Well, maybe Larry David was right all along, but many investors won't realize until several months later. Sam did everything possible to promote himself as a trustworthy genius who is disinterested in luxury and a celebrity lifestyle. At his peak, Sam was worth $26 billion, yet, despite making much money than many people would ever make in their lifetime, he lived a very simple lifestyle. He often wears rumpled t-shirts and shorts, drives a Toyota Corolla to the office, and sleeps on a beanbag under the table in his office. Sam also claims that he is a big supporter of effective altruism, a social movement that advocates unselfish devotion to the welfare of others. He wanted to make a lot of money, give it all away, and leave the largest possible impact on the world. Sam has already made one of the largest impacts on the world of crypto, but definitely not a positive one. His image was a distraction from what was going on inside FTX. Earlier in the year, Sam was lending money to struggling crypto companies like BlockFi in an action that earned him comparison to JP Morgan loaning money to companies during the banking crisis in 1907. Sam was growing so fast and seemed unstoppable until he wasn't. In early November, CoinDesk reported in an article that much of the assets held by Alameda Research was in the FTT token issued by its sister company, FTX. The biggest asset on Alameda's supposed $14.6 billion balance sheet was unlocked FTT, while the third biggest asset was a $2.16 billion pile of FTT collateral. This revelation immediately raised some concern about the solvency of the FTX and the financial health of Alameda. In the wake of this news, the CEO of Binance took to Twitter to announce his intention to sell the FTT token that Binance took as part of his exit from FTX in 2021, due to recent revelations that have come to light. Referring to the CoinDesk publication, he also noted that liquidating our FTT is just post-exit risk management learning from Luna. But the announcement cascaded into a selling frenzy, causing the price of FTT to drop to $22. The CEO of Alameda Research, Caroline Ellison, immediately replied that Alameda will happily buy all of Binance FTT token for $22. Now, this is where the story gets interesting. Caroline and Sam were romantically involved at the time, but we'll get into that shortly. At this point, fear, uncertainty, and doubt led to a bank run on FTX. Although Sam initially claimed in a now-deleted tweet that FTX is fine and that the news is a false rumor from a competitor, it was too late to save the hemorrhaging company. In just 72 hours, FTX witnessed $6 billion in withdrawal, forcing FTX to shut its doors and stop processing withdrawals. By now, it was certain that FTX did not have enough money to refund its customers. Sam came down from his high horse to seek help, and the only person who came to his rescue was no other person than the one who started the whole saga, the CEO of Binance. The CEO of Binance signed a non-binding letter of intent to acquire FTX after conducting full due diligence, meaning that Binance is not under any obligation to pull through with the deal if they find anything shady. Unfortunately, Binance did not pull through. As a result of corporate due diligence, as well as the latest news report regarding mishandled customer funds and alleged US agency investigation, we have decided that we will not pursue the potential accusation of FTX.com. The entire crypto industry is yet to fully recover from the ripple effect of the FTX collapse, and one may begin to wonder why a company that seemed so strong collapsed suddenly. Well, the handwriting was on the wall from the very beginning. A company that controls billions of dollars was left in the hands of a few individuals with limited experience. Despite billions of dollars in venture capitalists pumped into the business, FTX had none of those outside investors on its board. This means that the entire operation of the company was run by a group of kids who were allegedly involved romantically. So it is safe to say that they were probably mixing business with personal affairs. Not only that, Sam and his group of close friends didn't keep a proper record, and they gambled with the investors' fund without their knowledge. According to the Wall Street Journal, FTX had lent $10 billion of its customers' fund to Alameda Research before its implosion. It might have been a quick ride to the top for Sam Bankman-Fried and his crypto empire, but his sudden collapse was even faster. Thank you for staying with me until the end of this video. Let me know in the comments if you have any story that you would like me to narrate on this channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.